Welcome back to Dork Points, everybody. This is Ron, and tonight we're looking at all the free-to-play, like totally free-to-play games I've played recently, starting with Zenless Zone Zero. Yes, that's the name. And every game tonight had login screens. Every game I'm going to mention had login screens. I was able to get around a few, but then a few I had to give my information for. That's just the trend, sadly, I guess. So what is this game? It's really all over the place. It starts as like a shooter, and you can swap between characters. Well, shooter, slasher, hack and slash, she slash, and then you switch to this guy, he's shooting and blasting. It's a really cool setup, and it's actually really fun to play. But I think these are the guys, Ho-Ho-verse, or what is this called? It's this, I think that's the same people who make, oh god, what's the game everybody plays? Genshin Impact. So I believe it's another one of theirs, but this game's really weird. It's all over the place. It seems like it's in the future. It's in modern times. You can walk around. There's a ton of mini games and just so many different characters you can play, including this weird rabbit guy, and his levels turn into full-on platformers. Like, I don't know why, but all of a sudden we're in Ratchet and Clank or oh god, Banjo-Kazooie? I don't know. Anyway, there's mini games, this really cool TV mini game where he goes through the TV, you gotta pick the right channel and to solve the problem. Overall, I liked it. I don't know how into this game I would ever get, but it's interesting and different. Alright, moving on to Infinity Nikki. Same feeling, maybe even same company. Look, almost the same login information. Again, I was able to get past this one. The game looks like a Lisa Frank. Do you remember the Lisa Frank folders and Trapper Keepers? Look at that. That's straight out of a Lisa Frank Trapper Keeper. Anybody remember the 80s? Anyways, very Genshin, but there's not much fighting here. It's all a collect-a-thon. They call it a fashion adventure. So what you're doing is you're collecting material for new dresses and outfits. And it's kind of like an interactive paper doll, but you run around the world, and there is also a plot, and you need to open things up. Again, pretty interesting and different for the most part. But I mean, even more so than Zenless. Oh God, Zenless Zone. Yeah, why did you name your game that? Even more so than Zenless Zone Zero. This game seems pretty forgettable. But again, it's just not my type of game. I don't know if my daughter would like this either. She does like Genshin, but All right, Throne and Liberty. This is an online, what do you call this? MMORPG. Honestly, there is so much to the story here. It took about 2 hours just to get to the point where it was like, you can go online now. And then I was just like, nah, I'm good. So I didn't really experience exactly what the online, at all, actually. I didn't experience any of the online play at all. But really well made and really cool looking for the most part. But there was several of these types of games on the list, so I think this one I played the least, if I'm honest. But yeah, look at this. Just looking beautiful. Kind of reminds me of Immortals of Avium. And then your character can turn into a fox. Go! Yeah, isn't that awesome? But yeah, I played it for over an hour or two, but I just felt like there was a lot here and a lot to get into, and I'm going through these other games, so well made. Check it out if that interests you. I was not disappointed, but I don't know if I would keep playing that. Or any of these, if I'm honest. Naka Blade Point is the next game, and again, this one took forever to download. All these, it's like 78 or 100 gigabytes, and then the sign-in and all that junk, like I keep saying. But it's just the way of the world. I really enjoyed my time with this one, and I played it for, I'd say, 3 hours. I really got sucked into it. The online mode is kind of huge, but also disappointing. There was only one real person actually online with me. I beat 5 guys in a row. It turns out the one other real person online was the last person I beat in a fight, but I couldn't tell the difference between them and the NPCs. Everybody kind of runs around like chickens with their heads cut off. I don't love the fact that the weapon is only allocated to one button, so there's no strong attack or weak attack, no fast attack or slow attack. It's one attack on one button. There you can see I beat the other one person playing Naka Blade Point. Everything seems to be hidden behind a paywall for some reason, and I don't get that. They have a bunch of Persona 5 DLC and stuff like that, but again, it's all behind a paywall, or you need coins from the game to open any of this up, so that's really all I could play was that one mode, but I enjoyed it. Moving on to Off the Grid. This is another one I enjoyed. System maintenance in progress. This was a different kind of problem, and it took a while to get this going, but boom, look at that. Isn't that cool? I love that intro. So what it is people have augmented themselves with, robot arms and legs, and they fight in basically this city that's like a deathmatch arena, and people watch it on TV. Now, for the first 10 minutes of the game, and I've cut down this footage by a lot, but for the first 10 minutes of this game, I swear I couldn't find anybody. Maybe it wasn't 10 minutes, maybe it was 5, but it was a long, long time before I ran into another real person. And then most of them that I ran into initially were just on my side, on my team. They had the blue above their heads, so and I couldn't hurt them. And then finally I ran into enemies, and it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. For the most part, it reminds me of Division a little bit. There was this one little buggy part when I was spectating on this guy. He just stuck in a wall or stuck falling. I don't know what's going on there. All right, moving on to Climate Station. Now, this one's just, unfortunately, kind of a snoozer. I don't know what anybody's opinions out there on climate change are, and I'm not going to judge you one way or another, but it's basically just showing you all the different weather events that have happened in the last year. It's not even really a game. Like, you can move the world around and go to different areas, but that's it. And then it's got these videos of like the history of climate change, and that's the whole game. So there you go. I didn't realize what I was in for with that one. All right. I knew what I was in for with this. I'm in love with your dead grandmother online battle royale. I censored that. That little smiley yucky face is me censoring it because he made himself like a zit and he's like spewing out white fluid. It's so gross. I was gonna show it just to make you realize how this guy's games are, but yeah. He puts a lot of effort in. He's super creative. I hate to bash on the guy, but even this game, every time I try one of his games, they're so annoying and just like all the time, and this one's no different. Just a bunch of people online. It's a side scroller. You just punch waves, and that's the whole game. I guess keep trying, dude. Maybe take yourself out of these video games. Maybe. Okay, moving on to Warlander, another online MMORPG. This one's a little different, though. This is a little bit like a Crossout, I think it was, or Crosscut. It's, what do you call it? A capture the flag game. As you can see up in the right-hand corner, we're going from the blue area to the red area, and then we got to capture it. And when one area is captured and you get their orb, that's the end of the game. I've played a ton of games like this. At first, I was really excited because I really liked the combat and the movement. But then when I realized what the game actually was, I was like, one run is good enough. I did enjoy my run, though. All right, moving on to Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt. And same problems. I didn't get any screenshots, but this one took forever to log in. And when I first logged into it, as you can see here, I had some trouble. Here it is. This is what I saw for about 4 minutes. Yeah. Are you enjoying that? Is that fun for you? Yeah, I don't know. A network error occurred, finally. So then I tried the game again, and I actually really liked it. I like it better than Off the Grid. It's, again, weirdly Division-like, but you can run up walls. God, it's you got all the awesome vampire powers. You can see through walls, you can see victims and stuff, but it's the Division, and it's PvP, and I think it's everybody versus everybody in this game. It doesn't seem like there are teams. Maybe it's humans versus vampires, but it seemed like I was kind of all alone and being attacked by a lot of people, but I was able to kill several people before they got me, and here I am feeding off a human. Yummy! But yeah, I liked this action. It's really smooth, fun, enjoyable. Everything feels good about it. Again, is this something I'm going to play on a nightly basis? Not unless someone else is playing it with me. But I would recommend this over Off the Grid if you're looking for something division-y. All right, moving on to Neverwinter. I believe this is our last game of the night, and yes, guess what? It's an online MMORPG. Yes, again, and this is a much older school feeling game. I don't know when this game came out, but I think it was much earlier than the others. Still, I like the way it plays for the most part. They got the old school art. Everything's right here and feels right and looks good. But yeah, the problem with all these like online free-to-play games is I have so many other games with a story that I want to keep playing, and I don't have anybody else to play them with. These kind of games. Anyways, there you go. That's all the free-to-play games I have played recently for PlayStation. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Dork Points. Goodbye.